So what is happening YouTube? For some reason I am in the middle of a fight. I don't know why. I don't know what I've done wrong. Ah, it's the bristlebats. Well, we're gonna get straight into it then by the looks of things. We got a bristleback. We should have acid arrows. We do have acid arrows. And this is gonna go, yeah! Nice! An acid bristleback. I get the feeling that I should have scanned these first. Oh, what's that?
The signal my focus picked up was coming from that metal tower. Maybe I should check it out.
Right, okay. Let's get the introduction out of the way first. Well, what is happening on YouTube? We ended up straight in the middle of the action. So we're back with Horizon Forbidden West. This is phenomenal. It's a great game. I have had a lot of fun with it. And I am now buzzing to get back into it even more. Got a bit of action to warm us up.
Don't worry.
Oh dear, what's happened here? Here we go. Oh, so these still have weighted maths. Nice.
Mighty thankful to you, Savior.
Just Aloy is fine.
Erend mentioned you're not one for fancy titles.
Your vanguard.
Well, here to escort Wadis' delicate behind to the embassy.
If we can get rid of these bristlebacks.
Captain said to keep an eye on Chainscrape, then these ugly lugs showed up.
Gave the first one a good beating.
But didn't quite have time to roll out of the way when it fell.
Told you it wasn't a good idea to eat that much before heading out.
I should probably get going.
Now, if you see any more of these bristlebacks...
I'll make sure to roll out of their way.
Might want to take some of these with you as well. They're handy in a pinch.
Thanks.
Stay safe, Aloy.
Nice. Ooh, smoke bombs. Yes! Confuse enemies and escape back into stealth. Oh, yes. Oh, fantastic. So, just, you guys are probably wondering why I'm getting so excited about something that might essentially be pointless. I was one of those Assassin's Creed players that would come out of stealth, hit an enemy, you know, do an assassination, like a big flamboyant leap off the roof, especially in Brotherhood. Get them with the double assassination or whatever cool assassination I felt like doing. And then I would drop a smoke bomb right into the middle of them and disappear, go sit on a bench somewhere because of broken line of sight. It felt really cool. It was overpowered as well. You could even wade into a fight if you wanted to, drop the smoke bomb and then just kill everything in the area, because you could do stealth attacks straight from, you know, being covered by the smoke. Honestly, it was far too powerful, to be perfectly honest, but oh so good.
An image from the old world. Looks like some kind of building in front of sheer cliffs. The image is incomplete. But maybe if I line it up exactly with where it was taken, my focus can fill in the rest.
Right, how do I... Does that look like it? Surely not. Could be though.
I don't think that's right. I better keep looking. It looks like the building in the image might have been near a river. Maybe there used to be a bridge nearby?
Aha, I think I see. So yeah, looking forward to using the smoke bombs. Here we go.
Ruins of a bridge. Maybe it's the same one from the image. Got it.
Here we are.
Completing the image unlocked a data file. It looks like these vista points were made by Miriam Technologies. That was Elizabeth's company. I wonder if I can find more of them out in the wild.
Aww. Looks cool though. It's a nice place. So yeah, distracted from the main quest already. Like a magpie that sees a shiny. So obviously, as well as this, you guys know that I have other types of games up on the channel. I have Forbidden West. I've got Zero Dawn complete. Zero Dawn's a bit hit and miss. Because I struggled for the quality of recording that I wanted, and I struggled with the sound, particularly towards the end. The last episode's a mixture of I've managed to get the sound and on some cutscenes, but game audio seems to disappear. So I was disappointed in that. However, I left it because
Tracks.
it was.
The Erends and the Vanguards.
It's my first big series, the first game that I really wanted to share with you guys, and I know I've said right from the start on this channel there will be no hiding mistakes. It's a good learning experience for me. It's good for me to look back on stuff like that. So I apologise that some of the video may be silent. My audio might come booming out because there's nothing to mask it out. I've done all I can. I'm learning going forward. This is another learning experience. I didn't know the PS5 had enough good native software to allow me to record and upload direct from the console itself. I have now got the luxury of choice, having a gaming PC and the PS5 to record on. And I'm happy learning and doing this. This is me for good now. This is, you know, I live at home with my partner, and I upload and create these videos where, you know, you get to watch some cool gameplay, I comment on what I'm seeing, and I can also give you some insight into games, particularly older games, which is what I'm going to be doing as well. That's a real bow. I heard that, I was like, hold on a minute. Oops. You didn't see that, right? Yeah, so Tomb Raider is an example of that. It is an older game, it's almost a decade old now. But I've been playing that series since 1994 or 5? 5 I think, 1995 when the PlayStation 1 came to the UK. And the first Tomb Raider game was released in 95, I'm sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm more than happy to be corrected, but it's a great series. It's one that I've enjoyed over the years. And I'll tell a lot of stories about it as I'm playing through it. We've got horror games as well. You guys probably already know that I am the world's biggest feary is a good Scottish word, because I'm afraid of anything supernatural. Oh, good shot.
Another one down! Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols.
Nice.
Aloy?
Erend!
Oh!
Stay where you are. I'll handle the rest.
Yes, it's dropped me into stealth. Perfect. Oh,
Bristlebugs have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
whoops. Wrong arrows. Oh. Oh.
Those bristlebacks have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
That'll do. Happy days. Nice. And again.
Aloy, you might have to meet me halfway here. Ah! God. Caught me at my best, as usual.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
Who needs ribs, huh? Oh. I'm good, I'm good. Huh. Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the Daunt just to watch me get wrecked. So what's the story?
I need the embassy to happen, so I can head west. Erend, what I did at the Spire, what we did, it didn't end the threat. It just slowed it down. There's still more to do.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part. That's not so great. But hey, whatever you're up against, your spear, my hammer, just like old times.
Mate, you can't even
Erend,
lift
I
it.
need the embassy now. I can't wait for you to heal.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually, even if you weren't hurt, what I have to do, it's better if I do it alone.
Alone.
That's a kick in the teeth.
Ah, that figures.
Erend! I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm pretty banged up here.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming.
This just keeps getting better. Huh. Listen, I'll go to Barren Light, get patched up. If you want this embassy to happen, we're gonna need this sun priest, Studious Wadis.
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Wadis to Barren Light. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's sort of like a goodbye.
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry? Ugh. Yeah, that'd be a first.
Where is this coming from?
Hey, just, forget it, yeah. Ugh. It's nothing.
It sounds like something.
Alright, fine. Now, after the battle at the Spire, you took off. You left without so much as a handshake. I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your side, Aloy. You just disappear? What kind of person does that?
Erend, look. I'm sorry it wasn't easy for you when I left. And I know it's not easy now, but what I've been doing... Life on Earth is in danger, and only I can save it.
Your life on Earth?
Yeah. Everything dies unless I succeed.
Well, then let me help. Oh.
You can't. There's no machine to fight, no bad guy to kill. What I've got to do, I can't even explain it. Not even to people I care about.
Oh, so much for being useful. Okay,
Erend! By the forge.
I guess that's my cue.
Maybe I should go with you to Barren Light.
No, hey, you're needed elsewhere. Obviously. We'll make it without you.
See now,
That doesn't sound good.
You'll have to handle that one on your own. You'll only slow you down.
excuse my coughing there, but I've spoken with Erend, my partner, about this sort of early sequence of the game. Erend's a little further ahead than I am, and Erend's of the opinion that Aloy's being quite, thanks for being there to help me when I was struggling, but I've got to go now. Bye. See you later. And we were laughing about the fact that she's saying to Erend, Aloy's saying to Erend, yeah, you know what, I've really got to go in a rush, got to get this embassy to happen, but meanwhile we've got time to run around and do side quests. There's no sense of the game pushing you forward.
Send this to my stash.
And I know why, from a gameplay point of view. You don't do it because if you rush the player through your story and then give them a game to play afterwards. So if you force this to be a linear narrative experience and then open up the world at the end, you've essentially got Final Fantasy 13. And I didn't like the way that shoehorned me into their experience to play the way they wanted me to play. We're going to force you to watch the story. We're not going to give you any of the traditional side roaming stuff.
I found the right
Oh,
one.
but by the way,
I've learned how to override this machine.
whoops. Yes, so the point that I was trying to make before, was that in terms of narrative, you get that. I don't know if you guys have heard the phrase ludo narrative dissonance before. basically what ludonarrative dissonance means is there's a disjoint. It means a lot of things, but the way that I understand it, or the easiest way for me to understand it, is that there is a difference between the story that you are telling and the characters' actions in the story. So the overarching narrative is at odds with what you're trying to tell. And if you want a good example, you don't have to look any further than The Last of Us 2, which is
There's the
fantastic in
quarry
terms
things
of
mentioned.
depth and richness of character. But the character expresses, or the lead character, Ellie, expresses sadness at her actions and the murders that she commits. Essentially, what the murders that she commits, because that's what she does. So there's the dissonance between that regret that she has to kill people, and then the fact that you spend the vast majority of the game
One less machine.
butchering people in quite savage melee combat. It's heavy, you know.
Look at that thing drop! Another one down.
You know, damaging in terms of
Incoming.
characters and character development. You know, you've got on the one hand Ellie's struggling to survive in this world, and what she does is completely necessary for her survival, and then on the other hand you've got she's quite happily butchering whole groups of bad guys.
One left machine.
And for me, the ludonarrative dissonance in this game is in Aloy's actions. You know, the world needs to be saved, but not right at this very minute. But I'll tell all my friends that, because hey, I don't want anybody to go with me. I don't need a tag along, I don't need a babysitter. I can see how it can be jarring.
Another one down.
But I think Erend came across really Erend.
There. Quarry safe.
With my accent, when you hear me say that, you might think I'm talking about my partner. I think Erend's a bit petulant there. He might be in love with Aloy, but there's no obligation either way. You know, just because he fell head over heels in love with her doesn't mean that Aloy feels the same. And yet he seems to feel that he's owed a lot of things by Aloy, just because he was there at the end. So yeah, that's a little irritating to me. Got some weapon coils now that we'll go in and try to use. New resources, the bristleback tusk. Skills, what would I like? More damage out of stealth straight away is going to be pretty good, so we'll do that. Fire bristlebacks. Acid bristlebacks. And they are mountable machines. Oh. More character bios. More collectibles. Still got unused mods, haven't I? Yeah, I have. Is it the coils on here? May as well put the acid build up on because I'm going to be fighting them shortly.
I don't know what Honora's doing out here, but consider yourself owed. We tried to hold off and wait for the vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged fracas.
Is everyone okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work, but Chainscrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking up the pieces.
You need the whistle to get back to work?
Me and my crew were just little cogs out here. Can't lift a hammer till Olvin blows that thing. Because if we work without his say-so, he'll ban us. And my people have been through enough.
Elvin holds that much power?
He's got the money and connections to snuff our fires for good. Almost feels like we stood a better chance with the bristlebacks.
What are you and your crew working on?
We're supposed to be working Olvin's claim, digging out stone to show our barren light. But the work stoppage and the bristlebacks cut us short. Never seen those blasted things in a dawn before. Where in Forge Fire did they come from?
I'm not sure. At least not yet. I need to get going. Stay safe.
Thanks to you, that might actually be possible today.
I think I've cleared out most of the bristlebacks.
I'm gonna have a look at this quest though, because I think part of this is
Chainscrape
finding
can
it.
get back to work now. I'll go give Olvend the good news. Vladis too. Then maybe this embassy can finally happen.
Search west of the quarry. Okay.
Javad said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry. I should see if there's anything in the back of the valley.
Yep, I did just waste another acid arrow. Gosh darn it. Oh. Okay, so we've got pools of acid. I love how people are rolling around in pools of acid.
Dead bristleback by the falls. Gotta check it out. It's strange. Parts of it have been tampered with. Almost like an override. Looks like it died on impact. Maybe it charged off the cliff up there. I better keep following the trail up.
Some well-designed gameplay. I think that there was a technique that I read about when I was reading up on Red Dead Redemption 2 of all games. And one of the things
You get a strong color on
that they
this.
talked about that helped both the rendering and keeping the processing power needed to run the game down was using flat 2D backdrops the same way that old movies used to use painted backgrounds rather than green screen that we use now is capable of creating what looks like a depth of field 3D image behind someone. But in the early movie making days, a lot of backgrounds, particularly if they had to show landscape, were painted. You guys probably know all this, I don't mean to preach to the choir. But in Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar managed to develop a smoother way of showing vistas like this by using 2D backdrops, which these look like as well in Forbidden West. Once you get up close, the game then renders them as 3D for you to interact with if they're interactable environments. For example, that tower there, although it's flat just now, as I approach it, I imagine that'll be where one of those reflectors are that I picked up earlier. So it's just a cool way of making sure that all the power goes into this bit that I'm at and can see, and you've still got something gorgeous to look out on. When I first started playing games, they were collections of pixels that were, you know, I'm talking pre sort of 16-bit era. I've mentioned it in episodes before, the Commodore VIC-20 and the Commodore 64 did not render anything like this. Didn't really render anything like a Nintendo or a Sega Mega Drive.
A lot of broken trees. It's like a stampede went through. Is this where the bristlebacks came from?
Oh, wait a minute. I see some of that shiny.
Unless this cave leads out of the Daunt. Gemstone. It's green like blaze, but it's hard and shiny. I wonder if merchants would be interested.
Yes, they would. So yeah, sorry, back to what I was saying, like games have come so far, like all technology has, and I don't think a lot of people really stop to think about it. When I was a kid, and I was only born in 1982, so apparently I come under the category of millennial, although I don't believe in labels like that. But in 1982, in the early 1980s, there were no mobile phones. Not every home had a computer. Thought there was something there. House phones were still bakelights with the ring that you had to wind the numbers round. I can remember one of my grands having one of them.
Okay. Let's see where this leads.
There were not every house had a TV, because, you know, not everyone had access to the kind of disposable income that we have access to now, even although governments are doing their best to take away that disposable income from us. And the kind of entertainment systems that you had, as I've mentioned, the Commodore 64, etc., they were like a pinnacle of technology, a computer that was in your own house that you could learn basic programming language on. And it was called BASIC, I'm sure.
The old cart tracks collapsed. It looks recent. Guess I'm not going that way.
And I remember getting the first Nintendo and playing Super Mario, then getting the first Sega Mega Drive and playing Sonic. And that was a big jump in less than a decade of my life. Can I? Yeah, I can. There's a couple of... There we go.
There's smoke from deeper in the mine. An explosion? Bristlebacks. So they did come through here. They must have gotten trapped. I'm gonna have to take them out before I can look around.
Not sure if he actually saw me. I think he did. Yeah, he did. Oh well. We'll finish off this fight and then that'll be the end of this episode. Ah, brilliant. Okay. Bring it, butt munch. Let's go. What are these? What will it take to make these explode? Probably more than I have. Oh no. Died so easily. Right, I'm going to call the episode there since I've died. I don't want these to go too far over half an hour. So we'll call it there. We'll be carrying on straight on from where we've left off. So don't worry, you're not going to miss anything. You guys, like and subscribe on the video, please. That would really help the channel grow. Be kind to each other, look after each other, and I'll see you all in the next part right after this. Thank you. Bye for now.